Trump could have released these files at any moment.
He can.
Right.
He can still release them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like everything else he does.
He doesn't need the House to vote.
No.
When he wants to do something, he does it.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, he's been refusing to, but now he's saying, "Let's do it." Well, then do it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
You took a wing off the White House.
That's right.
It's hard not to feel too like there is like a little like.
You do whatever you want every day.
Right.
And he doesn't let you forget that he does whatever he wants.
Right.
He'll remind you, I can do that if I
can do
want
that, yeah.
to.
It's Have I Got News for Your Ears, the podcast extension of the Have I Got News for You cinematic universe. I'm your host, Michael Ian Black, joined as always by Have I Got News for You producers, Jodi Lennon, Jim Biederman, and this week's special guest, Have I Got News for You writer, Dan Chamberlain.
Hello, Michael. Thanks for having me. Jim, Jodi.
Hello, Dan.
Dan, long time no see. I think a week.
Long
Sacre
time.
bleu, you guys. I mean,
I'm going to give the correct pronunciation because you deserve that. Chamberlain.
yes,
Chamberlain.
correct. Thank you.
But as was pointed out just before we started recording, Chamberlain is so much more fun to say.
And I do laugh like a sort of a Paul Prudhomme thing going on. Yeah.
And another interesting thing that happened this weekend was with Michael.
I'm listening.
I went to Skankfest.
He was at Skankfest.
Oh.
The Legion of.
Yes, but I didn't know
Legion
that
of.
was a thing until I went there. I'd never heard of it.
I must.
Really?
Was it in Texas? Was it in Austin?
No,
It was in New Orleans.
Nolan.
So what happens at
Dubai.
Skankfest?
A bunch of very white, bro-y comics perform. Not exclusively. With a name that begins with skank, you think, oh, that's what that's going to be. And it is. But here's the twist on it. Could not have been more warm, more welcoming. The comics were funny. And I was the asshole for prejudging what I thought it was going to be. They had all kinds of comics.
Now these guys using curse words?
Good question, Dan.
The one,
By the way,
if I had a quibble.
Before you answer that, I want you to know Dan is a family-friendly comic.
He's
course.
a G-rated guy.
I'm friendly to all families.
Exactly.
There was some language, and I will admit there were some sexual situations described. So, was it entirely family friendly? I guess I would say it depends on your family.
Sure.
It was a
Here's the
little
funny thing
bit
about
tempting.
Skankfest is that it started off at the Cave, right?
Creek in the Cave
Creek
in
in the
Long
Cave.
Island City.
And it was very hardcore.
Yeah.
I think the tenets of it were very hardcore, very pre-Trump America kind of vibe. So, and then they took that bull by the horns.
Well, the
But-
tenets of it seem to be, if somebody asks you for a picture, you have to say yes, and in exchange for that, we'll just keep giving you free weed. Those seem to be the only tenets.
Well, and that's where I was going with it, that I think it's now turned into a huge moneymaker.
Yeah,
It's
it clearly was.
That usually means the weed is really good when they're giving it away for free.
I wouldn't know how to distinguish it, but
Did you partake?
a little bit. But I
What's that? Like one hit? And how long do you
You're an
hold it in?
edible guy, right?
I'm an edible guy, but also I don't know. I've tried it so many times. I don't know how to inhale, and every time I do it, I feel like I do it incorrectly. And even when I start
Do
choking,
you hold it like this, and do you have a little pencil mustache?
French.
That's how you know it's really hitting. Yes, yeah.
What is there news last week?
There is news.
2 weeks
There's
since
a
we went on
ton
last
of
week.
news. I don't know when we spoke last, but a guy named Jeffrey Epstein
Okay.
ran I guess a sex trafficking ring,
Oh, okay.
among other things. I think he also did money laundering.
So money laundering,
Yeah.
sex
Yeah.
trafficking.
Yeah.
These were adults he was trafficking.
No. He was trafficking primarily women under the age of 18, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So other than that, nothing. Oh, right. Sorry. So anyway, there's this whole long thing about there was some FBI files about him or something. And Donald Trump, if you remember, ran on the idea that he was going to.
He very, very clearly said,
Yeah.
oh, this is coming back to me. He said,
Yeah.
these are the same Epstein files that he promised to release. And I remember thinking at the time, I might not like the guy. But if he's going to release the files of this terrible, terrible person,
Yeah.
it seems like that's something the American people ought to know.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he did that.
So an interesting rift has happened in MAGA land. Is that right? with particularly Marjorie Taylor Greene, or Trader Green. Sorry, Trader Green.
No, Trader Brown, I
Brown,
believe.
right. Trader Brown. Do you know why he called her that?
Because grass is
It's green.
and then when grass
Starts to rot.
starts
That's
to
right.
rot, it goes.
It goes dormant. It goes brown.
Yeah.
Wait, what did
Which,
I
by the way,
miss?
happens every winter. It
He
happens every
missed
winter.
the tortured explanation for his nickname of Marjorie Taylor Greene, which
Yeah.
he has now explained twice.
Yeah.
On
Marjorie
Twitter.
Taylor Brown.
So this
Trader
might go.
Brown.
Trader Brown.
This goes down in history as his worst
Yes.
nickname.
Yes.
You know what, Jodi? They ain't all gems.
But usually they are. He is very good at
He's very good
nicknames.
at this, but this one,
If
yes.
I were to give him a compliment.
I would say you've caught him in an off-base moment.
He's working on this one.
We're scraping the bottom of the peanut butter jar.
I
you know,
think
you
so.
can-
Okay, so Trader
Brown. Has come out and publicly did kind of this weird PR tour. Not weird, but came out and did a PR tour. Meet the Press, CBS.
The View.
The View. Bill Maher.
CNN.
Bill Maher, CNN, and said, I was duped like everybody else because,
Well, not like everyone.
no, not like everyone
I was
else.
also duped.
Yeah.
And expressed it in my own beautiful
Yes,
way.
yes.
Right. And that she realizes now that she likes a lot of what MAGA stands for, but the violence in the language is not good because, you know what's happening? Because Trader Brown is now getting death threats, and it's scaring the shit out of her. And she's like, oh, fuck. This is what my language has done to all the people for the last 5 years that I've been shitting on.
Is that what she's saying her stated reason for turning is because she's getting death threats?
No, but
No.
she's mentioned the death threats a lot, so I'm going to assume that's a motivator for her.
She has come out as saying that she believed she went down a social media rabbit hole, right? And that's why she was starting to believe those things that she was believing, and people are curious as to why she's changing her mind
I will
now.
say this. So Nancy Mace, another MAGA House member.
Who's gone the other way? Who's gone even crazier?
She's gone crazier, but they all do agree that this Epstein files need to be released.
Because don't forget, Nancy Mace was seen crying and walking down a hallway, right? Wasn't that her? And they
I
were
don't
jarred
remember.
by the information they were reading about or seeing, and then they were aligning with survivors, and they were saying, we need these files released, right? Because that,
Nancy Mace is a survivor of sexual violence.
correct.
I have no idea about the other two.
But are they demanding the release or demanding?
The release. I don't care who you are, unless you are, what's his name, Comer, who's heading up the. You're going to have a reaction to any of this information. And you just go, Jesus fucking Christ!
Of course.
You can't walk out of that room reading some of this stuff and be unfazed.
This is, as the entire nation knows, like it's the story. This story that does not go away.
Correct.
The story that cannot go away
Yes.
until it's fully unpacked and addressed. So even if the Senate passes it, then it has to go to the president. The president who's in these files has the authority to veto it.
Correct.
At which time it goes back to the House,
Yeah.
and then they need a supermajority
Correct.
to override the veto.
And this
So we should
story,
be seeing this somewhere in 2040, 2041.
right. And this story has been going on. Somebody give me a timestamp.
10 years?
Easy. The
The lore.
lore, it's Pizzagate. This was what eventually they took some of this shit that they knew existed, they didn't know where, and they created Pizzagate. Pizzagate is, I think, a direct relation to
You do?
Which was if the premise of Pizzagate was if you replace the word pizza with children, these people are lusting after children.
Yeah.
That was the premise of
Correct.
or the Wayfair thing that it's like but if you replace the word armoire with
Children.
with child, they're purchasing children.
Yeah, I'm putting TVs in them.
Yeah.
I think it's
the human Teletubby.
but I think everything in Pizzagate, at least the kind of fundamental structure of Pizzagate, which is this vast conspiracy of pedophiles. I mean, they went a little further in terms of drinking their blood and all that stuff. But
Adrenochrome, please.
yeah,
please.
sorry. But I think that whole idea of this cabal of the super rich, super powerful, or the eyes wide shut idea that it existed, and I think that came out of some weird appropriation of of early Epstein kind of thinking about what is this case. And now it's all come back, no offense, to bite them in the ass, which is, oh, here's your real Pizzagate.
Trump is trying really hard to now say, go ahead, right? He's flopped.
I'm not afraid of anything.
I'm not afraid. It's all these, it's Democrats again.
Here is the beginning, I think, of what Trump is hoping will be some more white noise.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby.
But she was drawing the distinction between 15-year-olds and
8-year-olds.
And yes, and
Ugh.
it's
Dear sirs, ponytails does not a teen make.
But the bottom line is a statement like that is disgusting.
What other word would you ever describe to use any defense of anything Donald Trump has done other than that's disgusting? They just normalize crazy shit.
Right. Because otherwise, let's just say, hey, buddy, don't talk about it or something. Like, that's so weird. What kind of statement is that?
Donald Trump's statement to his Republicans, go ahead, vote for it. I don't care, all caps, exclamation point. And then he said, let's get the Republicans back on point.
Yeah.
Right. Because, he says this is a major distraction, right?
Well, here's some more.
Breaking news, President Trump has announced that he is calling for a new investigation into late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. He's asking the Justice Department and the FBI to look into Epstein's relationship with many high-profile names, including former President Bill Clinton, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, and Democrat mega donor Reid Hoffman.
This shit is never coming out.
It's never coming out, is it?
Nope.
And so we sit here. I don't know the date because we haven't been doing the show for a week, so now I'm no longer...
Calendars don't work anymore.
I no longer know the actual date. But we're weeks away from Thanksgiving, which traditionally...
A single week.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I have no plans, by the way.
Oh, Jodi,
do you have a
weird
home?
way
They still sell those half pumpkin
Are you
pies,
making
right?
pie?
I'll be eating half a pie alone
Jodi,
in a week.
ShopRite, I heard, is doing free samples
Oh,
this year
good.
on Thanksgiving.
But we're a week away from Thanksgiving. And I do think that this is going to impact many a family. I mean, traditionally, it is a time where,
Arguments happen, yeah.
political lines are drawn and families speak. And this information is strategically placed before a big holiday where people will be gathering. And I'm not mad at this time stamp.
But
Your
that
point is these arguments are pretty much only going to go one way at the Thanksgiving table. It's going to be hard
Unless you're Megyn Kelly.
For Uncle Bob to be like, well, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Right.
But the rest of the family's going to be like, Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
And then they take away his plate.
But you maybe we'll see that in a week. But you saw it in the election a week and a half ago. You know, like it's like the Trump touch is not helping anything.
Right.
You know, like and I think this just might be one of those issues that starts to tip the.
Everything he's run on has been a lie, and I think back in 2016 as well as now. But now the I'm going to release the files, which I think he ran on last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just he's not going to. And he's not going to, and he's really underestimating the power of the narrative that he created with the Epstein files. Like he really
I think he may also be underestimating the fact that there's a lot of Americans out there who, if you suggest the president, regardless of who he is, was mixed up in any way, shape, or form with children, you will lose them, and you will lose most of them.
Right. So then he creates a narrative where there's nothing to see here.
Right.
But I'm not going to release anything because there's nothing to see here. the natural brain goes,
Sounds like there's something to see there.
wait a minute, what? What are you saying?
If one part of this were working, again, if all this was happening, the economy was
humming.
killing it. Yeah. Like my dad used to say, fucking up fast and picking up speed.
That's probably a better phrase than cascading failures by a lot.
It was like fast, cheap, quality, pick any two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, one thing's got to be working.
Yeah.
It can't all be
Correct.
like. And I think, frankly, he doesn't have the juice. Like there was even that like I think his real ability was pissing people off and getting people mad, and riling people up.
Yeah.
And I think there's fatigue even around that. I mean, not to say people aren't furious and mad and confused, but
there's some things that aren't helping. First of all, the fact that he's utterly disengaged in everything, other than building a ballroom and the weird presidential Hall of Fame, Walk of Fame, that crazy thing,
unbelievable.
the Staten Island banquet hall facility that he's made out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, we're
Insane.
having our Thanksgiving dinner there.
Oh, I apologize.
No, it's okay. Weird thing about that is that it's either chicken or fish for Thanksgiving, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
But we got a table.
So he's got that and nothing else. He doesn't seem in command. He doesn't seem in control.
He keeps going he goes to Mar-a-Lago every weekend to reset, to be supported by these people.
He keeps his med bed
dinners.
there.
Yay, the med bed. Here's another clip.
President Donald Trump now saying that he is pulling his endorsement of longtime ally Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene because Greene is refusing to back down on her push to release the Epstein files. Trump writing in a flurry of Truth Social posts today, all I see, wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. She is a disgrace to our great Republican Party and a lightweight Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Brown, green grass turns brown when it begins to rot, betrayed the entire Republican Party. In response, Greene posted screenshots of text messages with the president that you can see right there on your screen, in which she writes, quote, I don't worship or serve Donald Trump.
And the question is I think that there's a few big questions. One, what does she want?
She wants to, there's a couple rumors that she wants to run for president in 2028. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, though, I think probably more importantly, she's getting a lot of heat back in Georgia, in her district, that there's a lot of people complaining about the ACA subsidies not happening, therefore doubling, and in her children's case, doubling their monthly insurance payments.
Health insurance.
But also, I think that the economy is really, really bad, and we are one step away, one AI bubble away from a terrible economy.
But if we're going to take this to its logical conclusion, what she is saying, without saying it, is that MAGA is done. She's saying Trump is done, and that the new MAGA, what comes after it, can be just as hard right, but with a softer face on it. I could be that face. I could be the alternative to J.D. Vance.
People don't like to show when they've been conned. And if she was brainwashed or she was going down this social media and these belief systems that she was 100% committed to, and now she's saying, I feel like
conned. I've been conned.
Yeah, and nobody likes to believe that.
No, and
no one
there's
likes
shame
to
with it,
say
and
that,
there's
and
all
there's
that
shame, and it's not shocking that a woman would.
But you believe her, you're saying.
I do think she believes the survivors of the Epstein files.
100%.
And I do believe that she is not a fan of what's happening to healthcare, and I do believe that she's not a fan of what happened with the shutdown. Those three things, I believe.
But I will agree with you, but I think the motivation on her point is purely self-survival. It's not about...
I believe that too, because she's in politics.
Right.
Right?
Congresswoman, you posted on X that President Trump is, with his comments, fueling a, quote, hotbed of threats against you. But we have seen these kinds of attacks or criticism from the president at other people. It's not new. And with respect, I haven't heard you speak out about it until it was directed at you.
Dana, I think that's fair criticism. And I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country. I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions, and I am committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another, and we need to figure out a new path forward.
And therefore, I'm resigning my seat from Congress to do the hard personal work I need to do on myself and to make amends to all of those I have hurt, threatened, bullied, and denigrated during my tenure as a congresswoman.
The clip ended a little early, but she does open up. The clip ended early. She opens the window and says, "Boy, is it still Christmas Day? Is it still Christmas Day?"
There, boy. That goose in the window.
What if she became a Democrat? What if she...
Fuck her.
Let's take a look at this.
In a major shift, US President Donald Trump now says House Republicans should vote to release the files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The president posted on social media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide, and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetrated by radical left lunatics.
Right, radical left lunatics like Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi
and even
Marjorie Taylor Brown
Joe Rogan.
and you fuck, and you.
I haven't heard from Bongino in a while. How's he doing?
He's still at the
there
FBI.
was a little story about him.
He's very active. He is very active.
There was a story about him that just came out. Kash Patel waived the requirement for him to take a polygraph in order to get the job.
I do appreciate that at the end of our show, the tagline that Roy has adopted for this recent season was that, remember, all of the Epstein files still have not been released, which no one should forget that.
Now, it used to be when the astronauts were still in space. Remember when the astronauts were in space for too long?
A simpler time, Dan. A simpler time.
We're going to take a little break. Be right back. We're back. Let's pick up where we left off. Trump could have released these files at any moment.
He can.
Right.
He can still release them.
I mean, it's like everything else he does.
He doesn't need the House to vote.
No.
When he wants to do something, he does it.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, he's been refusing to, but now he's saying, "Let's do it." Well, then do it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
You took a wing off the White House.
That's right.
It's hard not to feel too like there is like a little like.
You do whatever you want every day.
Right.
And he doesn't let you forget that he does whatever he wants.
Right.
He'll remind you, I can do that if I
can do
want
that.
to.
Yeah, the Billy
Court
Mummy
said
episode.
so.
Yeah.
The Billy Mummy episode of the
Bill-
Twilight
yeah,
Zone,
yeah,
where
yeah.
he's like, you better don't think bad things about him.
Right.
Or else it's like,
Right.
no, it's good you killed all the corn.
Yeah. You play the piano so good.
Yeah.
I feel like singing along with you.
It'll be Christmas every day. Yeah.
More sugar. Here we go. Here's Caitlin Collins from CNN.
I'm told the White House is very skeptical that this is going to go from the House to the Senate, even for a vote. They don't expect the majority leader there, John Thune, to actually even bring it to the floor for a vote. But whether or not that changes remains to be seen.
So there's where it's, as of Wednesday or Thursday of this week, that is where it's going to be. Will the Senate even bring it up for a discussion?
So the question is, can the Senate at this point not bring it up?
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course
I
they
understand technically they can. I mean, politically, can
I
they
would
ignore
argue.
this?
I would even argue that that kind of really haughty-toddy Senate, who go, those people in the House are just rebel rousers. We're the plate,
mature.
we're
We're
the
the
saucer
adults.
cooler.
Yes. So you think Susan Collins will be like, I think we should slow this thing
Yeah,
down.
I'm very concerned about a vote on this.
They told me there was nothing in the files. So.
It's like, I
No choice but to
believe
believe
him. He said there was nothing there.
Oh, Katharine Hepburn.
Yes. All of my imitations are Katharine Hepburn.
I've seen your imitations, and they're really good, Jim.
Oh, thank you very much.
Do your Donald Sutherland.
See, because he thinks I sound like
It's
Donald
very
Sutherland.
good.
So what is the fallout if the Senate doesn't move this forward? Is
The
there
Senate presumably
Done.
would be hoping that the story just goes away. But the story does not go away.
Yeah.
And how funny is it that Epstein is dead, long dead, disgraced, was like excommunicated from Trump's orbit at a certain point. How funny is it that that guy might be the guy that brings Trump down? Like the guy sitting in hell right now.
Right.
You know? Hopefully, like there's just like little sand fleas biting at his dick in hell for the rest of eternity. You know? That's the guy
I like that.
that
That's
could
your
conceivably
idea of
bring
hell is little
Trump down.
sand fleas biting the editor.
Hey, you know what?
And I'll go further.
Okay.
I hope
Yeah.
his sentence in hell is that he is as horny or hornier than he's ever been.
That's
But that his
No
dick,
relief.
his dick no longer works.
Yeah, 'cause of
it's
the
getting
fleas.
bitten by sand fleas,
Yeah.
and it's covered in poison ivy, and it's 9 feet long.
What?
Yeah, he has to drag it around with him
Oh, like
everywhere.
chains.
he
He's like
yeah.
always
chains,
stepping
yeah.
on it when he walks. Yeah, getting caught.
Yeah.
Gets under the shopping cart wheel.
Because hell is just constantly grocery shopping.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Here is Delaware's what's his name?
Chris Coons.
Chris Coons discussing exactly this: the reversing of course.
So now, what's the plan in terms of getting the House-passed resolution in front of the Senate? How soon will that happen? How soon will these Republicans get a chance to reverse their votes and try to clean up their act?
So this is going to be an interesting week. My gut hunch is that Attorney General Bondi, having just been ordered on social media by the president to open an investigation into a series of high-profile Democrats, will promptly say, oh, no, there's an ongoing investigation. We can't disclose any of this. And the president will back that up.
Yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere.
Right.
We're at an impasse here. The story's not going anywhere, and the files aren't getting released. So what happens? Trump, I guess, is banking on the fact that our attention will get diverted somewhere or another when he starts bombing Venezuela, and we'll be like, oh, see, now we got a war to worry about, and you're worried about this stupid hoax.
Right.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
is going to happen, and I think there's a certain amount of the population that would like it all to just kind of go away. They don't want to hear about this anymore.
It is that part of the worst part of American culture, I think, which is that Americans love tabloid. They fucking love tabloid, and that's what this story has in droves. Tabloid.
All right, well, thanks. That was fun going through the news, catching up after a couple weeks. Thank you, Jim Biederman. Thank you, Jodi Lennon. Thank you, Dan Chamberlain.
Thank you, Michael.
Anything you want to promote?
Oh, God. I work here at the show. Hey, watch Have I Got News for You.
Great job.
It's on CNN. All
and did Garth
Access.
Brooks give you that shirt? Or
I bought it piece by piece, square by square. I got the pocket first, and then this lower quadrant.
As your fortunes improved,
this is season 1, season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw all of the dark blue as season 1.
Yes,
okay, that makes sense.
And they were out of my color when I could afford the other half. So
I love Joanne's.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was the show. Stick around because I'm about to play a game with one of our viewers. And I'm excited because his name is Clive, and I've literally never met a Clive before. It is now that time where I play a Have I Got News for You game with a fan of the show. Here to play along today is an audience member from our last taping. It's Clive. Hi, Clive.
Hi, how's it going?
It's good, man. Where are you joining us from?
New York.
New York City. Are you a native?
No, I'm a bit of a transplant.
And where did you transplant yourself from?
Originally from Jamaica, but I grew up in Jersey.
Where in Jersey? I'm a Jersey boy.
Very South Jersey, like Cumberland County area.
Okay, I'm South Jersey. I'm a Somerset County boy.
Okay.
I don't know what your experience was like there, but I hated it.
I hated it too, which is why.
So, Clive, what brought you to the Have I Got News for You taping?
Well, I have a friend that works at HBO, and she invited me, and of course I said yes. But I also I worked with Roy before as a former operator on a couple of his comedy shows. So,
and did he remember you? Was he
I
like,
didn't have
Clive?
Yeah, he actually saw me in the crowd, and he was like, "Hey, you." No, we have a mutual friend, so.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So the girl who invited you, what's that relationship? I'm just being gossipy now. Now I'm just being gossipy. Just friends. Just friends.
Yeah. We both work film, so.
You're a film buff, I understand.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you were trying to impress somebody with sort of the most obscure but fantastic film that you know and love, that maybe the rest of us aren't as familiar with, do you have one?
Yes, it's El Norte by Gregory Nava.
Now, see, perfect. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
El Norte, the North. And what's it about?
It's essentially these two siblings who are coming from South America to the United States with the dream of achieving the American dream. But they discovered that it's not exactly what they thought it would be.
Yeah. As an American, I could have told them. They could have just called me on the phone and be like, hey, is this what they say it is? You ready to play a game?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, Clive. So we're going to be playing Lie Curious. The way this works is there are 3 facts that I'm going to give you about a celebrity, and you have to tell me which of the 3 is true. 2 of these are lies. 1 of them is true. These are 3 facts about Cher. What do you know about Cher? Much? Anything?
Not much, honestly. I just recognized the face.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. 3 facts about Cher. Number 1, she fell down the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. 2, she claims to have invented the bread bowl. 3, she has a gelato brand named Cherlato. Which of those 3 is true? We can just go in order. What do you think? Steps to the Lincoln Memorial.
No, I feel like I would have seen that somewhere on social media.
Yeah, there'd be video. I mean, if we had Cher in fishnets and high heels tripping her ass down the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, we'd know about that.
It will be viral.
Okay, we'll eliminate that one. What about claims to have invented the bread bowl?
No, that can't be.
Well, hear me. Talk me through your thinking why it can't be, because that seems like the kind of thing to me that's just weird enough that it could be true. Where she's going, those assholes, they're serving the bread bowl. I invented that years ago. I used to scoop out Sonny's loaf of sourdough and pour clam chowder into it, made a bread bowl, and now somebody else making millions off of it. Like, I can see her making that claim.
Okay, so it's just a claim. It isn't like
she claims to have invented the bread bowl. It's a claim. That's all it is. She doesn't have the patent on it.
Okay.
Did I convince you to at least put that in the realm of the plausible?
Yeah.
It could be true.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one.
We'll leave it up.
And then the last one is she has a gelato brand named Cherlato. What do you think about that? It's clever.
I want to say that's true because I like the name.
Because you like the name. I mean, honestly, your reasoning for why you want to pick it to be true is as good as our reasoning ever is on the show. So wanting something to be true is a perfectly valid reason for picking it. Do you want to go with 3? She has a gelato brand named Cherlato?
I'll go with 3.
Clive? Cher has a gelato brand named Cherlato. You did it. You picked correct. I tried to throw you off. I wanted you to at least believe that it was possible she could have claimed to have invented the bread bowl. You saw through my lies. Congratulations. Cher's Cherlato is currently being sold via an ice cream truck, and it even sells gelato in edible gold cones. So there you go. Thank you, Clive. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Have I Got News for You?
Thank you.
Thanks, Clive. Thanks for joining me on Have I Got News for Your Ears. I'm Michael Ian Black. I want to thank our guest, HIGNFY writer Dan Chamberlain, and HIGNFY fan Clive for playing our game today, and of course, my dear co-pilots, Jim Biederman, Jodi Lennon, and thank all of you for watching, or listening, or participating, or maybe you tapped it out in Morse code to your friend. Whatever you did, thank you. Have I Got News for Your Ears releases new episodes every Wednesday. Don't miss an episode. It means so much to all of us that you listen and tune in and comment. Why don't you follow us on Apple, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts? And here's an idea. Watch the VODCAST on Spotify or on the Have I Got News for You YouTube channel. And while you're there, click the follow button, click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thank you. We love you. Take care.